Just a little bit quick about our team. I know everybody's got to go to work. As I say, the experience is number one. The depth is number two. I think those are the positives. Returning players that have made a lot of plays for us. Starting offensively, Tim Benford. We've had a pro scout. I guess, guys, one a day for the last 2 weeks. We've had a different pro scout in to watch Tim Benford practice. I think he's got a real shot. It depends on his year, what he does after the season from there. But I think he's got a real shot. Nick Campbell, our punter, they're really looking at him hard. I think he's got a real shot too. So we've got two guys, two seniors like I said, I think the Cardinals were here yesterday. The Chargers are coming today. The Steelers were here last Friday. It's about one organization a day coming in. That's neat that we've got kids that they're looking at like that. I think what are the question marks offensively would be who's our backup quarterback going to be after Trey Lamb got hurt at TSU last year. Kaz Barnes played the last 3 games of the year, did a fantastic job for us. National Player of the Week in his last game against Jacksonville State. 380-something yards of total offense by one guy in one half. I mean, it was an unbelievable performance. We've got to replace him. I think that's very important. Because we run a quarterback-style offense. They touch the ball a lot. We've got to have guys there. Darian Stone, redshirt freshman from Clinton, Tennessee, is right now that guy, loaded with talent, just hadn't been out there. And so we've got to get him some reps. He will play against Iowa. We just hope he throws it to our guys, not theirs, when he goes out there. And Ryan Tillman behind him from Columbia High School, 3-year starter at Columbia High School, has really come on. He's doing a really good job. I think our players would tell you. Ryan is probably one of the most improved players on our team from a year ago. Replacing Henry Sales will be the big thing offensively. Henry Sales has made, well, what did he end up, Mark? Rob, top 2 or something in all-purpose yards in Tech history. I think he was second. So replacing Henry, a really fast guy, made a lot of big plays for us. Will be important. We'll see how that goes. We signed 4 freshman receivers, so you'll see some young guys start to play a little bit early in the year there. I think everything else offensively is in place, but the backup quarterback is critical, and replacing Henry is critical. Defensively, replacing our nose guard, Justin Hilliard, an all-OVC guy last year, and a guy that grew finally as a senior, was really, really a good player. Replacing him will be tough. Jordan Johnson will take his place. He was his backup. He's a true sophomore, and I think our offensive lineman would tell you, I think we've replaced him. If we can just keep Jordan healthy, he's strong as an ox. Very tough kid. He's from Miami, Florida, and excited about him. Dustin Dillahay, our rover. We moved Will Johnson, who played kind of outside linebacker last year, back to rover. He's had a really good spring. I think a year from now, if he stays healthy and keeps coming, he'll be the next NFL guy that will be coming in here to look at in next year's group. That will be important. So some of the replacements, I think, are important. We've got to get better at kicker. We brought in a transfer from Oregon State a year ago. He had a good year, not a great year. We signed the #1 kicker in the state, Zach Sharp from Maryville High School last year. He's given him all he wants as a kicker. We'll probably use them both in the first game to see there. So replacing returner also with Henry Sales, so we're still struggling to see who that might be. Henry is really good at kickoff returns, was okay as a punt returner. The new face that you haven't seen, I think, that will stick out to you very quickly is Adam Urbano. He's a transfer tailback from Georgia Southern. He was Trey Lamb, our quarterback's teammate in high school, and I think you'll see him quickly. If he stays healthy, you're going to really like this guy. He's very fast, very strong, one of the strongest kids on our team. He will be a junior, and he and Dante Gay, who you've been seeing for the last 3 years, will be the load of our ball carriers as we get started. But that's probably the new face that will stick out to you real quick like on our football team. So exciting times. We're very excited. Proud of these kids. We're coming on. The last 2 years we have the 3rd best record in the OVC. I'm very proud of that. We've won the York Trophy one of those 2 years. Should have won it twice. We're up 11 points to Martin last year, middle of the 3rd quarter. From middle of the 3rd quarter to the middle of the 4th quarter, just didn't play very well. Lost by 3, and they ended up winning the trophy. Somebody said we're going to just steal that back. It will we can, just bring it back to Cookeville. That's a very important thing. And we hope that we're sitting at the end of the year playing for the York Trophy in the last game and the OVC Championship. We play Austin Peay the last game at home. And for us to win both of those two, a lot of things have to happen before that. But would be really neat. That's a lot at stake. If you got to the last game of the year, you're playing for the York Trophy, the OVC Championship, and an opportunity to go to the playoffs. I mean, that would be a lot on our kids. I wish I could click my finger and put it on them right now. There's a lot of work to do prior to that.